Day 2 of Coorg vlog has started with a beautiful early morning scenery. Nature's beauty and beauty is nature. Everyone nature is beautiful in one way or the other. The beauty of nature has been a source of inspiration and delight to mankind. It is an endless source of joy. The beauties of nature soothe our eyes, gladden our hearts, and ennoble our souls. The fog in the mist has not yet risen and it gives a beautiful view to the trees. These are the other rooms in the homestay. Usually, the guests staying in the homestay gather around the campfire after dinner. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to have this experience due to COVID precautions.
After having milk, I went to check if the owner's puppy had woken up to play with him. After playing for a while with the puppy, I had a lot of fun jumping on the trampoline. My sister entertained herself by playing badminton with my dad.
Then, encouraged by our guide, we went for a walk around the homestay.
It was a very beautiful and pleasant morning.
Along the way, we passed through some estates containing mostly coffee. Along with coffee plants, we can see pepper vines growing over tall silver oak trees. As we moved along, we saw the workers' quarters. We should not pluck the coffee beans after rain because wet flowers will fall off from the plant. If more flowers fall out, the next harvest will have less yield. As we reached the end, we saw coffee beans laid across the sand for it to dry. The coffee beans are plucked and are dried for 20 days. After that, the beans are dehusked and are packed and sent to the factory for further processes. This pathway ending here, we turned back and took another path to explore. This is a common well for the villagers living in that area. They depend on this water for all their needs. Here also the coffee is laid outside, but it is protected by electric fence. We continued, and on our way, we found some touch me not flowers and a cute little daisy. Even in the early cold morning, we can see all the coffee plantation workers ready to start their rough day ahead. We were reluctant to leave the amazing sceneries behind, but we had a lot to cover for the day and hence returned to the homestay. After breakfast, on the way to Mrityunjaya temple, we had a quick pit stop at Glen Lorna Tea Estate. This estate spreads through over 1,200 acres and is owned by Tata Coffee Limited. This is the only tea estate in the center of a coffee-dominated Coorg. The harvesting period of tea is from March to April, just after the winter months. But in Karnataka, due to the absence of winter, tea is harvested throughout the year. The tall trees planted amongst the tea plants are the silver oak trees, whose unique leaves effectively filter light and provide shade to the tea plants during the dry months. Because of its deep roots, silver oak does not compete for nutrients and moisture with the tea plants. We had a nice walk through the estate and took a lot of snaps covering the beautiful lush green estates. It was an amazing experience to drive through the tea garden. In an entire tea plant, only the top 3 leaves are plucked for the tea we drink. We then went to Mrityunjaya temple, which is located 10 kilometers from the tea garden. There was a jackfruit tree in front of the temple which had so many jackfruits hanging above. This is an ancient temple with a history of 400 years. This temple belongs to Lord Shiva and is popular locally. After lunch, we went to Iruppu Falls, which is located 13 kilometers from the homestay. We should also trek through steep, roughly laid stone steps to reach the falls.
I enjoyed swimming very much in the pools below the waterfall. Even though these falls weren't wide, they were very high and came down with a good force.
We came back and ended our day at our homestay, having a cup of hot tea and biscuits and seeing the sunset over the Brahmagiri hills.